Welcome students. Moving on to the next practical of class 10th, that is to trace the path of light ray through a prism. How a light ray travels through a prism we have to see by this activity. And to establish this relation, angle I plus angle E is equal to angle D plus angle A. Angle I is angle of incidence, angle E is angle of emergence, angle D is angle of deviation, and A is angle of prism. The apparatus used for this activity will be a glass prism, board pins, and white sheet. Let me introduce you to the prism. This is triangular prism. Basically, it is equilateral triangular prism. This base of this triangle forms equilateral triangle and its angle is 60 degree. Now, what we have to know for this activity? Basic refraction. When a ray of light falls on a prism, see, this is a prism. When a ray of light falls on this surface, while entering this prism, it will bend towards the normal because glass prism is denser than air. So when a ray of light falls on prism, while entering prism, it undergoes refraction and bends towards the normal. And while emerging out, while coming out from this prism, it bends away from the normal because this time it is moving from denser medium to rarer medium. So it bends away from the normal, thus deviating from its original path. Original path is the path of incident ray. It deviates from its path by an angle called angle of deviation. When we will trace this path, we will find angle of deviation will measure angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of emergence, and angle of prism. We know it is 60 degree. This is the diagram for this activity. This is the base of prism. Incident ray striking the prism. This dotted line is first normal. It is going to make an angle of 90 degree with this side of the prism. Then it enters into the prism. It takes this path, this solid line. This is refracted ray. And while coming out from this prism, at this point of emergence, it is going to take this path. This is emergent ray. The angle between emergent ray and normal is called angle of emergence. The angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. And this angle between refracted ray and normal is called angle of refraction. If we produce this incident ray in forward direction and emergent ray in backward direction, they are meeting at this point. At this point, this angle D is formed. This angle D is angle of deviation. It tells how much the incident ray has deviated from its path. At angle of minimum deviation, a special case. At angle of minimum deviation, angle of incidence will be equal to angle of emergence. In other cases, when the angle of deviation is not minimum, then angle I and angle E will not be equal. Now moving on to the drawing the path of the ray. Now, first of all, take a white sheet, put it on the drawing board, fix the pins, so that it does not move from one place to another. Next, put the prism in the center of this sheet. Draw its outlines. After drawing the outlines, you will get a triangular structure. This is base of the prism. Now I am completing it. On this surface, I am taking a point here, which I am going to use as point of incidence. At this point of incidence, I will draw a normal. (90°). This normal drawn should be dotted line. This is normal N1. Now I am drawing a incident ray. On this incident ray, fix 2 pins. Now on this outline, I am again putting the prism. Now from this surface, this one, I am going to see these pins and will put 2 more pins so that all 4 appear to be in straight line. I am putting the pins. उस साइड से दिखा दो. इधर से दिखा. Now all the 4 pins, they are in straight line appearing from this side, and if you want to see from this side also, these 4 pins will be in straight line. Now I will move this prism away. Take out the pins. Will mark these points and draw a line through these points. This line meets the prism at a point which will be called point of emergence. At this point of emergence, we need another normal so that we can measure angle of emergence. This is normal. P1, P2. Normal N2. I am joining this point of incidence and point of emergence. This ray will be refracted ray. Now I am producing the emergent ray in backward direction to find angle of deviation, and will produce incident ray in forward direction. this angle formed here, this is angle of deviation, this is angle of prism A, this is angle of emergence, this is angle R, angle of refraction, this is angle I. Now we are going to measure these angles and establish the relation. This ray is refracted ray. First I am measuring this angle of incidence. Look, it is 55 degrees. I am writing here angle I 55 degrees. Now I am measuring angle D. It is 51. Now angle E. Angle E is nearly 60. And angle A, we know it is 60 degree. You can confirm it. Slightly more than 60. We have taken the measurement of these angles. Now I am going to show the relation. What was the relation told to you? It was angle I plus E is equal to angle D plus A. Angle I is 55. Angle D is 51, angle A is 60, and angle E is 60. It is 115 and this is 111. So they are nearly same. Why this difference has created? Due to some observation errors. Errors will occur while you will do the experiment. For removing the errors, you have to take many readings and then average all the readings and your formula will be justified. Hope you have understood this. Thank you very much.